In this video, we're gonna go over the top 3 best 1440p high refresh rate gaming monitors you can find on the market right now in late 2022. So after been testing and reviewing tons of monitors throughout the years, these 3 options are without a doubt the best top 3 picks right now in terms of price to performance period. And I guarantee you that you won't be able to find any better options if you're looking for the best budget 1440p gaming monitor right now. But with that said, let's go over my first recommendation. But before we do, comment down below guys, at what resolution are you gaming? With that said, let's take a look at my first recommendation. It is coming from HP and it's called X27Q, and it's easily one of the best 27-inch 1440p 165Hz IPS gaming displays you can get your hands on. Currently selling for $220. You will have a hard time finding any better option that comes close to the specs and features. For some reason, HP has been able to reach such a low price point without leaving out important features. Again, this is a 27-inch 1440p IPS 165Hz 1ms panel with full adaptive sync using AMD FreeSync Premium. Design-wise, the X27Q offers basic design, mostly made of plastic, which is expected at this sort of price point. We take a deeper look at the design, we find normal bezels on 3 sides and a bit of a sheen along the bottom edge. In terms of picture quality and response time, let's start with the not so good stuff first. There is not much wide gamut support, the calibration out of the box is also pretty meh, and finally the contrast ratio is also quite poor. But on the flip side, it gets nice and bright, viewing angles are also excellent, there is no dark level performance issues, and it works perfectly fine for SDR content. Response time performance is also pretty good. It is definitely faster than older popular gaming based IPS monitors from a few years ago. We also get adaptive sync support and backlight strobing is included. So you're basically looking at a monitor to fit both demanding AAA gaming and high refresh rate fast paced esports gaming as well. And unlike some of its competitors, it also includes a regular RGB subpixel layout, so yeah, text clarity is also crystal clear. So if you are looking for a simple and sleek black finish monitor that doesn't scream gaming all over it, this is definitely one of those monitors. One drawback with cheaper monitors tends to be simplified buttons for controlling the OSD, and this is unfortunately true for the X27Q. HP went for a set of 5 regular buttons on the back, which makes navigation of the settings menu a slight bit more difficult compared to, let's say, joystick, which lots of brands nowadays uses. On the plus side, we find a stand that is sturdy with support for height adjustment and even pivot adjustment, so you can use the monitor in a portrait orientation without needing a third-party stand, which is quite rare, especially below this $250 price point. For I/O, we find DisplayPort and 1 HDMI port. The HDMI is only 2.0 and it is limited to 144Hz, so I do recommend you guys to use the DisplayPort to get the 165Hz experience. All in all, this is easily one of the best budget 1440p monitors for gaming right now. Check out the X27Q in the link down below. Now, if you happen to have a few more dollars to spend on your next gaming monitor, I would easily advise you to check out the M27Q from Gigabyte, as this is easily one of the best affordable 1440p monitors below $300, and it actually beats the X27Q on a few key areas. So if your budget allows for it, I would definitely pick this over the HP, and you can kind of see it in this way. While the HP monitor are competing with entry-level displays, the M27Q from Gigabyte offers specs and performance at a higher price point. And for starters, this monitor offers a 27-inch 1440p 1ms IPS display just like the HP, but it has a faster 170Hz display, it's got wider color gamut, better color accuracy, higher brightness, but similar motion performance. Picking up an IPS panel nowadays, you're basically avoiding things like dark level smearing, which we typically find at this price point. presented on especially VA panels. As for the stand, it offers a solid base with a large footprint, and you're getting a 5.2-inch height adjustment plus -5 and 20-degree tilting. Unfortunately, there is no swivel or portrait mode. As for ports, we find 2 HDMI 2.0, 1 DisplayPort 1.2, 1 USB-C and 3 USB 3.0 ports. Overall, this is a brilliant budget monitor offering superb gaming performance with 170Hz and super low input lag, making it one of the best, if not the best 1440p picks in terms of price to performance. Now lastly, if you want to get away as cheaply as possible without having to sacrifice valuable specs and features, the VX2768 from ViewSonic is definitely worth taking a look at. Spec-wise, it is a 27-inch 1440p 1ms 144Hz IPS gaming monitor with FreeSync Premium. Unfortunately, the stand has bad ergonomics with very limited range of motion, so you might have a bit of a hard time finding an ideal viewing position. However, the monitor does have support for VESA mount, so you can mount it on a third-party stand and forget about this limited stand to begin with. Now, if you are into photography and content creation, I'm happy to report that the monitor has excellent coverage of the Adobe RGB color space. And if you're into gaming, which you probably are if you clicked on the video, I'm happy to report that the VX2768 is a great gaming monitor. It has a high refresh rate with support for FreeSync, and it's also NVIDIA G-Sync compatible. The response time is excellent and the input lag is incredibly low for a responsive gaming experience. And so if you are looking for a cheap and affordable 1440p monitor without breaking the bank, this is definitely the one I would recommend. Now, in order to be able to run popular esport titles and the newest AAA games, you need a good gaming PC. And so if you're wondering how much performance can you actually expect for a $1,000 gaming PC, I highly recommend having a look at my most recent $1,000 gaming PC build.